Namaste and hello everyone. I thought I would just talk a few minutes on ideals. Now, we have a lot of people that are, firmly Bernie supporters and they like his ideals. Now, everyone, of course, is going to like his ideals. Nothing wrong with free education and all of the things that he's talking about. But I've also been around the planet long enough to know that one can have wonderful, wonderful ideals, but one also has to be realistic about what it takes to reach those ideals. Okay, so we have to work within the system that we have now. The system that we have now is unfortunately a House that's controlled, the House and the Senate's controlled mostly by Republicans. So, trying to get any change in takes very difficult, long time. Just like it took a lot of years for women to get the vote, took a lot of years for African Americans to get the vote. All of these things take time. It takes a lot of struggle. It doesn't happen overnight, and you have to be in it for the long haul. So if people are interested in this becoming more of a, as Bernie likes to say, democratic socialism, then they need to start working towards those changes now. Not wait till it's time for the primaries and for the voting to begin and think that that's going to be implemented that quickly. One has to start with change. Like he said, grassroots movement. That does not mean standing there and demonstrating and being obnoxious. You work as, what's a viable way to move forward. Now, again, Bernie's been on the planet long enough to know that it's not going to happen this time around, that the best option for his party, the best option for humanity is at this point to go with Hillary Clinton, okay? Again, you're not going to get everything you want, but none of us do, okay? There are a lot of things that we would like to see happen. Now, people forget when Obama came into office, and people are so upset now. Look at what he came into. When he came into the office, the banks had just blown everything out of the water. The prices for housing fell, the bottom fell out of the market. He had a long way to bring things back up to where our economy is basically doing okay. Okay, it took 8 years. It's not easy. It's not easy to turn an economy around, okay? We had all the trouble with the banks. What is it? Because of the Republicans. Let them go ahead and give all these loans out for people that weren't viable to have loans, and then everything, fell into disrepair. It's been a nightmare getting it back. So understand that, and again, the same thing with Hillary, with taking all these shots. She's been in politics a very long time, and of course, they're going to throw a lot of dirt at her. Now, it's not easy being in the position that she is in as Secretary of State. None of those positions are easy, and they have to make a lot of very tough choices in a very quick time. Now, if you've been in the military and things, there are a lot of very bad decisions made on battlefields. A lot of people get hurt. A lot of things happen, and that's part of it. You don't always make, there is no way to go forward in that type of an environment without there being casualties. Okay. So that's tough, that's something that, again, it's never easy. It's never easy. So anyway, I just want people to get that, there's one thing about ideals. Okay, we've had ideals and women wanted the vote for a long, long time. It's taken a long, long time to get the vote. We want to have the right to our reproductive and have Planned Parenthood, all these things, which they, you know, Trump and the Republican agenda wants to take away. We've worked very hard to get these rights. We don't want these rights taken away. In fact, we want to engender more rights. So, you know, this thing with people getting so upset and said, well, things aren't where I want them to be right now. Look at the economy across the planet. Look at what's happening. You know, if you've lived in a third world country, if you've lived in another country and you've seen how absolutely bad it is there, you'd be very happy to come back to the country here with the rights that we have. Yes, of course, there are a lot of things we would like to see changed, but there is no magic wand to be able to do that, and none of us have a crystal ball to see what's happening in the next moment, okay? We live the best we can. We make the best choices we have with what we have to work with. So my suggestion is, you know, you look at the viability of the people that are running, get a reality check about what's able to be done at this point and what's not. And if you want to have change, then of course it takes, you know, it takes working towards that change, you know. But don't cut off your nose to spite your face. Yes, there are a lot of changes that a lot of us would love to see implemented. We wish we could wave a magic wand. We wish we had a money tree in our backyard. None of that's happening. Okay? So again, look at the choices that we can make now. What is the best choice in this moment that we can make for the planet? And how can we start to move forward to change things? Yes, we want to see things changed. At this moment in time, we have a two-party system. That's the way it is. Yes, people can run on an independent ticket, but I mean, unless you really have a lot of the people willing to vote for that independent, and it's going to take more than half the majority of people for it to come to fruition. If that's not happening, then you need to look at the next best choice in this moment and then continue to work towards your goals of changing it, okay? So this is not to say throw your ideals out the window, that they have no viability. That's not what anyone's saying. One is saying, again, one can have a lot of ideals. There's a lot of ideals I would like to see, you know. I would like to see everybody healthy, happy. I would like to see them balanced in their lives. I would like to see them go forward, but that doesn't always happen. Again, you can give the best you can give. Doesn't mean that people are going to respect that or honor that. You know, I've been in that position where I've given the best I can give, and I have people turn around that become absolute vipers to me, that lie about what's happened, what's not happened. You know, that's part of being a public figure, you know. So, again, one has to look at what's there and understand the situation, and hopefully that we as a people can make better choices and can stand ground and try to continue to make inroads into making this a much better planet for everyone. Okay, so we'll leave it at that. Hopefully you've gotten something out of this. I know I will probably get a lot of flack for it, which is, okay, used to that. Okay, you may not agree with me, but hopefully it gives you something to think about. You know, that's all we can do. Hopefully we put something out there that you can then take and think about and come to some conclusions in your own life. We'll leave it at that. So namaste, have a great day. Hope you're all doing well. And let's just, again, pray that the best comes out for the situation that can take place. Okay, well, that's the prayer that I always put forward. May the best for this situation take place. Okay, namaste. Bye, guys.